is Shannon Mortimer. My husband's name is Dylan Mortimer, and I was a ballet dancer and modern dancer, and then I had children, so I became a Pilates instructor and a fitness instructor. And it's my joy to bring a little class to you ladies. I hope you're having a wonderful retreat, and yeah, we'll get started. So we're going to start lying down on your mat or a towel or whatever you have here. And we're going to start with some breathing, actually. So you can place your hands on your rib cage, and we're going to breathe in. The ribs will move side to side, and then exhale. You want to breathe out, and the ribs come drawing in together. So we're breathing through the back of your lungs and the back of your torso. So this breath is being held this way in Pilates so that you can focus on your lower abs pulling in. When you breathe out, you really want to try to pull your navel down to the floor like this. Inhale, breathe in, try not to move your navel. Exhale, come in. It's almost like you just coughed or laughed really hard. So we're going to do 2 more breaths, breathing in through your nose, focusing on relaxing and releasing any day, any stress, anything in your life. Exhaling it out and then breathing in peace and joy. Good. And then we're going to start with your imprint. So pelvic tilting is moving your 2 hip bones under. This stretches your lower back and then release back to your neutral. So my hip bones drop down and in and neutral here for 3. So you're stretching your low back and you're releasing back into neutral. Every time you exhale, you're moving just your pelvic girdle. You want to keep your legs as still as you can, separating your leg bone from your hips. And again, carrying that nice deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. Again, it's just a small rock on your pelvic girdle right there. And then we're going to go ahead and reach your arms back, rock small back to your neutral spine where you have a little bit of space in between your low back and the mat. We're going to reach your arms up. And we're going to lift your arms up by your ears, pulling your rib cage down as you go. Inhale back up. And exhale through your mouth as you bring your arms up. Being careful not to let your rib cage pop out. The whole goal is to train your small muscles that live right over your rib cage, your external obliques up here, to keep them in place. And we're going to do 3 more. So we feel the pull. It's a slight pull down towards your hip bones. Last 2. Good. And last 1. And rest. And then we're just going to do a little chin knot, holding both shoulder blades down. And look to the right. Just roll your head to the right and roll your head to the left as you go. And 1 more time each side, just going slowly. Opposite shoulder pulls down, so just relax any tension, release any tension in your neck. And then we're going to come up to a bridge. So you're going to walk your feet a little closer to your tailbone. And we're going to take your arms down on the mat and pelvic tilt again like we just did. Now we get to lift and roll up into your bridge. Now Pilates bridge is with the roll, you want to make sure that your knee is in line with your hip and in line with your rib cage. So you don't want to push up and hyperextend and open up your ribs. You want to pull those ribs down and together. And then this is like a roll. Rolling down from your softening of your rib cage, then your low back, and then back into your neutral. And we'll do that again several more times, making sure that those shoulders are pressing down into the mat, your palms are pressing down into the mat. Pelvic tilt. Scoop out like you're just scooping an ice cream scooper through the ice cream. Inhale. Nice and deep. Exhale. And as if a dewdrop is rolling down your knees, catching it at your rib cage. Inhale and rest. We're going to do that one more time. If you're feeling pretty secure, you can bring your forearms up, your elbows down. If you're feeling very secure, you can bring your arms straight up to the ceiling. And roll back up. This time, we're going to walk your feet together just a little bit here and lower your tailbone down. We're going to take a little marches, lift and lower and lift and lower. This is called tabletop position here with my leg, and your other leg goes. As you do, you want to make sure that your hip bones, like flashlights, stay reaching up to the ceiling. Try not to let any tilting happen with your hip bones. You want to keep them as purely straight as possible to fire it up into your glute and that hamstring, pressing through each heel as you lift for 4. And make sure that breath keeps breathing side to side. Lower abs pulling in. 2 more sets. 2, 2, and 1, and 1, and realign your pelvic tilt. If it got a little off, scoop and press and roll and peel back down. Inhale and exhale. We're going to now take a turn out. So you will be in the Pilates V, heels together, toes apart, knees go out to the sides. Scoop and press up, and then inhale and exhale. Roll back down again. You can do here for a modification, a little bit more challenging, or you can extend your arms all the way off, and that's also a little bit more challenging. Making sure your torso is in control. Your lower abs and all the muscles in between your spine are stretching as you roll down. The muscles in your abdominals are pulling and lifting as you peel up. We're going to hold it here for 2 breaths. Inhale. Focus on that breath. Exhale, close. Inhale nice and deep through your nose. Exhale. Release your mouth. Don't purse your lips together. As you exhale, nice deep open with your jaw. And then roll down. Good. And rest. Let's go ahead and just give yourself a little hamstring stretch. Straighten out your leg. Grab the back of your leg close to your hip. And other side, a little release. A little bit of a glute press back. And just a little release of the other glute press back. And then we're going to work a little bit on your upper abdominals. So, keeping your feet on the mat, your knees bent, lift your arms off the mat, squeeze them into your sides. Fingertips reaching to your heels. Exhale, chin into your chest, curl up, pelvic tilt in a little scoop here. Inhale. And exhale. Come back down. Inhale. And exhale, slide your rib cage forward and up. So this is not a crunch where you just drag everything down. You want to think about lifting up from your ribs forward. Inhale. And exhale, roll back down. Twice more, making sure that you're squeezing under your underarms, so like you're holding a piece of paper right there, so that you can keep your shoulders away from your ears, like you have long dangly earrings on. And 2 more. Exhale, fold and lift, chin into your chest, like you're holding a little kiwi, and roll back down. And last one. Inhale, exhale. Here, you want to make a little challenge for yourself. You can lift one arm up and down, other arm up, a little bit harder, and down. Try not to lower yourself when you lift your arm. You want to stay high with your chest and your rib cage as you lift the arms. And then both of them together and back down. And 2 more, inhale and exhale. And last one. And exhale. Come up a little higher and come down. I think the video. Oh no. Sorry. I think the video, we lost the video for a second. I hope we didn't. So sorry about that. Let's go ahead and come to a seated position. We're going to just hold your sternum open, legs, knees bent. We're going to let yourself rock over to stretch your spine. Windshield wipe with your knees, little windshield wipers. Little rotation and release through your spine. All those muscles that we're working in your bridge and in your ab preps. And then we're going to do a little rotation. So we're going to come up to a fully seated position. Grab a hold of the backs of your thighs. Pull your body straight. You don't want to be behind your sits bones, those bony landmarks on your pelvic girdle. You want to be forward. Reach here. And we're going to do more scooping. Roll down halfway. Inhale. And exhale. Scoop forward. And from here, you want to realign yourself by your tailbone all the way to the crown of your head. And scoop. Don't worry if you don't get that. It's just a little bit more of an add-on. Scoop back. Fold forward from your scoop toes and fingertips. And then realign your spine back up. We're going to hold this one in your scoop and lift your arm up on the inhale and lower it down. Inhale, exhale, lower it down. One arm at a time, straight back. You don't have to go all the way by your ear. You can bring it just to your nose or just to your eye or the crown of your head, wherever it works for you. This is what is good for your body. No one else's. Everyone's bodies are created differently. We all have different stories that are so beautiful. So, do what works for you. And open to the side and close. And open to the other side and close. And forward facing down. Nice deep breath. Exhale, roll back up. Good. This time, we're going to scoop back, and we're going to only rotate to one side. Bring your hands together in that scoop. So here's neutral and a hinge. Here's the scoop. And we're going to rotate and open. Inhale, center, same side. Exhale, rotate and open. Inhale, center. Try not to let your knees move with you. You don't want to let your hip bone come back. You want to keep that knee right where it is, pushing forward. And then we'll do 4 to the other side. Inhale, exhale, center. Inhale, exhale, center. Twice more, keeping that scoop. Inhale, exhale, center. Last one, inhale, exhale, center. Good, nice job. Go ahead and bring your legs into crisscross. Sit up nice and tall. We're going to lean forward, and we're going to do little presses with your arms. So we're starting to warm up your arms here. If you have low back, if your low back is hurting in this position, don't fold forward so far. Just go ahead and reach back. But the goal is to get that reach right through your low back. And reach and press with your arms like you're making a little triangle. Here, it doesn't matter where your fingertips are. Just press. Good. Exhale, reach. Reaching through your back. So you really want to try to elongate, if you can, those low back muscles there. 4 more. And 3. Good. And 2. Reach. And 1. Good. That was a lot of low back lengthening and working. So we're going to come into a cat stretch here with your shoulders over your wrists and your hips over your knees. And we're just going to round and drop your chin to your chest. Pull your tailbone underneath you. And then return back to your neutral. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Back. exhale, reach. Good. Little bit of a release. You can wag your tail while you're here. Just release your hips. Stay there if it feels good to you, or come back to your neutral. And then we're going to take a little bit of a tricep press here. So just gentle here. And this is enough work, but if you're wanting more, you can come to a modified plank here, tricep press here. Or if you're very ambitious, you can do the full plank and tricep press there. So you have 3 stages. I'm going to stick with the 4-point kneeling one to show you, and we'll do press and extend, and press and extend. Shoulders are still pulling down to your hips, and this is for triceps. Squeeze under those underarms as you straighten, as you bend. If you would like to, you can take a cat stretch, one more here. We're going to do one hand if you would like. If not, go back to the 2. We're going to do another set of arms. So one hand, if you are interested in this one hand behind your back, at your hip, or at your eyes. And we're going to bend and straighten. And bend down and straighten. The other side. We'll bend down and straighten right, and bend down and straighten. One more, bend and straighten. One more cat stretch. Exhale. Let's do a little wiggle. Really pull through your shoulder blades. Relax your chin into your chest. And stretch back into the shell pose. Walk your hands forward as you bring your tailbone back. Breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. Remember, the breath is the most important part because we want to keep your muscles oxygenated and your lungs open. Good. All right. We're going to go ahead and do some thoracic extension. So this is very important for everyone, particularly from COVID time, where we've all been a little bit more rounded forward, you know. Just so thankful that we've been able to, the vaccine is out and there's so much hope to be had. So we're just going to focus on that as we do our back extension. So we're going to lower it down here, and then we're going to bring your chin into your chest. Head goes at your palms of your hands here. And then we're going to press up here and then lower back down. And reach up and lower back down. And last one, reach up and lower back down. You're squeezing your underarms down, shoulder blades into your hip pockets. And we're going to pelvic tilt a little bit more here. So not here. You don't want to arch your low back. You want to lengthen it. Try to lift your navel over a small marble that's hovering on the mat right there. And then, with that hover, bring your hands to the side, and we're going to lift up with your low back pulling straight, and your upper back will reach up. Inhale down, and exhale, reach. Inhale, opening. You can bring your chin, your cheek to the mat, and then come up, look straight at the mat, and other cheek can go away from you. There, and lift up. Then we're going to hold this, reach your hands if you'd like to, back, and we're going to lift one arm up, and down, and up. Remember, your abdominals are still working, still holding on really tightly right here. And lift up. It's not a very big lift with my upper back. It's more of a small extension, just through the shoulder blades. And 3, and 3, and 2, and 2, and 1, and 1, and rest. Go ahead and stretch back into your child's pose. Here. Take a second to breathe. Elongate through your back. Your tailbone goes to your heels. Let's walk your hands over to the right or the left, one side, wherever it is, to stretch your side. And 2 deep breaths here. Walk your hands over to the opposite side. Reach, stretching that side nice and long. Good. And come down, back again to your extension. So we're going to go to the side this time with your arms. Sorry, I'm not quite sure if this is still recording. Okay, here we go. So we're out here and reach. So chin into your chest, arms are out to the side, pelvic tilt, anchoring your tailbone down, and we're going to reach one arm up, inhale, lower, exhale, other arm up, inhale, lower, and reach, trying to keep your shoulders square. Notice I'm not tilting as I go, but you just want to stay level with your rib cage. So if I tilted to lift my arm, I just use my rib to open up. You want to keep everything level and neutral. And reach and down. And reach and down. 2 more. And down. And reach and down. And rest. Stretch back to a cat stretch here. Pelvic tilt, reach and round. And this time, the last thing, we'll do both arms come up into that extension. So we're pelvic tilting, hover your navel over a small ball, and lift up and lower down. Both arms go up, both arms come down. Both arms come up and down. 5 more. 5 and 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Come back to your cat stretch once more. We'll do a little glute side work. So in this 4-point kneeling position, we're going to take your leg, your right leg is going to go back, and we're going to lift and lower, and lift and lower. So making sure that you're not dipping your back, but you're keeping everything long. So you only lift your leg as much as you can keep your lower back long. The second you lift too high, the dip is going to happen. And you don't want that. You want to keep those low abs pulling up. And 3 more. 3 and 2. Good. And 1. And switch legs. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, reach, extend, and lift, and lower, and lift, and lower. Keep pulling your shoulder blades away from your spine, and lifting just from your hamstring and your glutes. 4, and 3, and 2, and last one. Good, and rest. Okay, we are going to go back to your arms, but this time we're going to come down to your elbows. So again, you can be here, and this is totally fine, but we're going to do scap slides here. Or you can come to a modified shape here and do scapular slides, so here to here. So we're working on your shoulders and your shoulder blades and your lower abs. Our last plank here. We're going to do 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Hold it for 10 seconds wherever you are. Even if you're fully here, wherever you are, just hold it and pull those shoulder blades away from your spine, not together. Away for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good job. It's a little bit of mindful body opening, working from your core outward, elongating, and we're going to do a little bit of a stretch now. Kind of take it down, and we'll start rolling back down on the mat. Let's go with your knees to your right, and you want to stack your hips. We're going to open your arm out to the side here. So it goes out like a T. With your opposite hand, hold on to that top leg, and we're going to open that arm and slide it up towards your ear and down to the T. And open and close again. As you're breathing, you want to try to breathe into that open side right there. Inhale, breathe. Exhale, open. As you do, keep trying to relax into the stretch. This is a really good spiral for your spine. If you have any spinal injuries or anything going on with a slip disc or degenerative discs or anything like that, don't do this exercise. Just go ahead and stay here, and we can just rock side to side if you have any spinal injuries or anything going on with your spine. But if you don't, let's go to the other side. So you're here on your side, and you're going to take that arm, hold that hip down, hold your knees down, open and rotate. Arm goes up and down. And up and breathe. And down. And 2 more. Every time you breathe, try to breathe into that top side, expanding and pressing deeply there, looking away from your knees to complete the spiral with your cervical spine. And 2 more, 2. And last 1. Good. And rest. Good. Roll back onto your back. We're going to take a little longer hamstring stretch. So we're going to here just for 3 breaths. If you're very flexible, you can straighten your leg down. If this hurts right here, just keep that leg bent and just breathe. We're going to breathe and pull it into your shoulder on the inhale. And exhale, straighten it back up. And inhale, bring it down to your shoulder. Exhale, reach back up. And last one, inhale down. And exhale, reach back up. Good. Take a second and cross that leg over so you have a little pretzel. So my knees are crossed over each other here. And I'm holding on to either my ankles or my shins, wherever it feels more comfortable. And breathe here for that side glute stretch. Nice and deep. And last breath. And exhale. And we'll switch. Other leg here. And take it down into your shoulder. And exhale, extend and reach. And down into your shoulder. Exhale, extend and reach. Last one. Inhale. And exhale, extend and reach. Cross this knee over your other knee in a little pretzel. Grab either your knees or your calves or your ankles, whatever is available to you, and pull in. There should be a stretch on this side of your bottom, the side glute. And 2 nice deep breaths. Try to feel the breath happen from your lungs, pressing through your rib cage. Opening up through the back of your torso. Extend your legs and your arms out. Arch your back, arch your ribs. Let everything come up to a nice, gigantic X. and melt back down. Just take a second again, let's go back to our neck stretch here, just to finish up and release any tension that might have built up through the class. Melt away, let everything melt into the ground. Stay there, and I hope that you have an amazing rest of your weekend. Know that you are special and that you are hardworking mothers, and you've been so diligent, and we're so thankful. I know I'm personally very thankful for Dylan's parents. So have a wonderful time. Bye.